how do we gather a calorie deficit? Let's start off first of all by saying that for the typical female, it takes around 2,000 calories for her to maintain her body weight every week, forever. For a male, it's around 2,500. To burn 1 pound of fat per week, we need a 500 calorie deficit. Beneath our TPEE, this equates to around 3,500 calories per week. So it's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. So we've got 3 ways where we can create a calorie deficit. Number 1 is via exercise only. This could be 1 hour of weightlifting, as well as 1 hour of walking each day, which equates to 2 hours. And if you've got time on your side, this could work. However, most people, they will struggle with this. It can also lead to a fatigued state, injury, time difficulties as mentioned, and a loss of motivation. Doing too much exercise each day is tiring and monotonous as well. The second way is to create deficit through nutrition. So you would reduce calories via food. The problem with this is it leads very much to deprivation, binges, less food versatility, so you less implementation of junk food, less variation of food, and treats, stuff like that. Option 3, the best way by far for most people, is to create the deficit through both, through nutrition and exercise. Now that sounds obvious, but many don't do this. Many will either rely on running and do no calorie tracking, or the others will not move at all and they'll try just to eat less. So you can see here how they're going to run into problems by doing that. So option 3 is could be alternate days of strength training for an hour one day, 1 hour walk, strength. So Monday strength training, Tuesday 1 hour walk, Wednesday strength training for an hour, Thursday 1 hour walk, etc. And just keep cycling through like that. Your 1 hour of strength training would burn around 250 calories. This is body weight dependent, but if we just say on average, the same thing for walking. We say on average around 250 calories. Those two collectively create the 500 calorie deficit. What this does is it promotes the motivation, food versatility, higher energy, so that you can keep consistent, which is one of the most important things, consistency. Relying or putting all of your eggs in one basket becomes quite stressful, because what if some days you are at a big event and you can't track your calories, or if you don't have the time to fit in that amount of exercise each day, you're going to fall into black holes, if you will. You're going to stumble at some point. So it's definitely a good idea to track your calories to create that 250 calorie deficit. Now this is for a moderate deficit, not an aggressive deficit. Some people like to go in even deeper, which would be even more cause for concern, to say don't choose either or, use a combination of both. But yeah, most people will do best if they merge the two together by the 250 calorie deficit from food and the 250 calorie deficit from exercise. And if you want to go faster, maybe 2 pounds plus per week, just know that things get much harder. You will lose energy, libido, sleep, you'll perform worse, the chance of muscle loss is higher, and your work productivity will suffer. So be very mindful of what is adherable for you for the long term. But if you want to lose 2 pounds per week, that then becomes a 7,000 calorie weekly deficit, or a 1,000 calorie daily deficit, which can be very hard for some people if they have lower body fat levels. Anyway, I hope that video helped for you to just be more mindful of how you can gather a calorie deficit and one that is sustainable.